is good. Beer is good. It's soft. Beer is good. Beer is good. Beer is good. Let's go drink some beer.
All right, Liquid Measures back 2.8,
Episode 2.8.
0.3.9.
3.1415.
Yes, that's where
No,
we're
no
at.
pie. No pie.
No pie, pie
No
or
pie.
round. Pie or round. Anyway, cake or square?
It's a lie.
The cake is a lie.
It's a lie.
Anyway, we're back here, and we're going to do a black and tan on this one. This episode's going to be just a little bit different. We're going to do the black and tan first, and then after that, we're going to try each beer separately. This Bass is putting out a black and tan pub kit now.
Yeah, called the pub kit, so you get 3 of each. Most places it's around the $8.50 mark for the pack, so it's not bad.
Does the pack come with a pourer?
No,
It does not.
no, it
Okay.
does not come with a pourer. So if you do not have your own pouring spoon, you have to use a
Redneck
regular
it. That's
spoon.
what we're going to do.
Yes.
We're going to redneck it with a teaspoon.
So we're going to show you.
Bye, grannies, honey. Anyway.
Because the thing about this is that you can pour a black and tan wrong, and it will go very wrong, and it will not taste very well.
Well, I must interject here because you know how I am with my black and tans.
Uh-huh.
A black and tan is a Smithwick's up to here with a splash of Guinness on top. That's a black and tan to me. Now, the American version is where you've got your pretty little ale on the bottom and you pour it and try to make the stout sit on top. And it can taste like shit if you don't do it right. I mean, pretty much. That's just it.
That's why you have to have the spoon.
Yes. And
Because it cascades it down through, so it layers nicely. You can't just pour and it be good. That's why I don't drink black and tans from a can or a bottle that's already pre-made.
I do drink the Yuengling black and tan
Yeah,
because I like it.
Sounds
They
good.
taste like warm garbage.
But anyway, Jason, I'm going to let you pour this one because I honestly can't do it.
You can't do that?
I can't do it. I'm no good at it because it's not a black and tan to me.
And this way, if it screws up, it's his fault.
Exactly. I will help you pop the beer, however.
Luchador.
Yes.
With
Go
the,
for it.
With the multiple pop tops that we have here.
Luchador.
I'm afraid I'm going to spray it all over me. With the luchador. Because I can't catch
Is it the other side?
I just can't catch
Oh,
it
that was a
correctly
good
is
one.
all
Just
it is.
arched barely over the top of the camera.
Here you go. Have some Texas. Oh, you got it.
Yeah, we're
Luchador
good.
did his job.
Gotta do this one too. Oh! Nice snag. Very good.
Trying to leave enough for the after.
All right, I want to see how you do this. Can you reach it up there so we can get it on the
I
second
will try
camera?
to reach this up here, and then what you do is after you pour your ale and you get the head on it, then what you want to do is you've got to slowly pour the stout over the spoon and try
myself.
to let it not spill everywhere. And as you can see, it's mixing, and it actually turns the head a little different shade until you get to the top.
And we made a little bit of a mess.
You get a little bit of a mess. That's why you need a pour spoon. And the pour spoon actually has a notch in it. So when it sets, it actually sets right on the lip like that. So when it pours, you don't have to hold this and you can pour it nice. So that's what the pour spoon is. And they make a really fancy thing called a Bertel.
Grab us a paper towel or something. There
So, and it looks like a
before we mess
turtle.
up Sir Franklin's
Yes.
table here.
Can't mess this thing up.
And the Bertel is a great thing because it looks like a turtle, and the turtle's head is the bottle opener, and then the 4 legs set on the side of the glass, and then the shell is shaped like that, so you just pour it right over it. It's a very neat little thing, especially if you love black and tans.
All right. Well, who's going to try this bad boy first? I don't think we should do nose and all of that because it's a black and tan. It's a mixture.
Yeah,
You know,
and one of the things
pretty
about
much
the
a
black
beer
and tan
cocktail.
is that when you really want to pour them, you want to pour them in a pub glass similar to this, but not as narrow at the bottom, because that way it holds in the ale at the bottom. When it hits, it cascades up the aroma to the top, and then when you drop in the stout at the top, that's when it opens up the stout's flavors.
All right. Well, I'm going to go right for the flavor of it here. That's pretty darn good. That's pretty darn good.
Told you.
I have to say.
It's better than that Yingling in a can, isn't it?
That's better than that Yingling in a can. Yes,
Yes,
it is.
it is.
I must say.
Yeah. And it's what I'm saying. It's all in the pour.
That's really good.
You can't mix them up, because when you have them in the can like that and they're all mixed, the flavor doesn't hit right. So as you're pouring it down as you're going down the gullet with it, it's already mixed.
Well,
this way it mixes in there.
You can get that stout, the smokiness of that stout, right in with the pale ale as it goes across your tongue, and that's a wonderful sensation. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
And I like it. I'm impressed.
I
with
really
that
enjoy
particular
these
one.
black and tans, because I'm not a big stout fan, because generally they're too much roasted and have the coffee taste for me. But the black and tans, it mixes wonderful, and I really enjoy the taste out of them.
All right. Well, with the black and tan for the Bass, with buying it in the kit like that, I'm giving it a solid 8, my friend.
Yeah, it's good. I really like it. I'm gonna purchase more of them, because I'm right up there with you. I'm gonna 8 on it too, because it's just really good. I mean,
Yeah, it's excellent, Dave.
Well, never really drinking any of these before. I would have to agree. Probably a 7. 7, I'd give it. I'd probably buy a few. And I'm assuming the kit comes with both of these. And that's
yes, you
pretty much all
get
it is.
3 of each is what you get.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
So
Absolutely,
you
be a
get-
fun night to just relax.
Yeah,
Yes.
it is. It's a good night just to relax with them, because you get 3 of each. By the time you sit down and actually and pour them out into each glass, you're still ending up with 6 glasses of beer on it.
Right.
Exactly.
And plus you have to take the time, pour it correctly. So it's more of a sit around. I'm going to sip this out, night, instead of just drink. So.
Dave likes it.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Well, solid 8 on that, and we're going to come right back. And the reason we're going to do this a little differently is we're going to hit the pale ale and the stout separately, just to kind of get of how it comes about, giving you that flavor with the black and tan. So we'll be right back with let's do the pale ale first. What do you think?
All right, here we are. We're back with the Bass Pale Ale.
Yeah, let's do the pale ale.
Let's do the pale ale first. That way it's we can get it, see what it's like. This is right after we just got done with the black and tan.
I'm going to combine these in the episode. We're going to make one
Yeah.
big long episode out of it. Well, that actually looks like a pretty good pale ale, believe
Yes,
it
it
or not.
does.
It's just what the commercial description of it is. It's made by Bass, which is owned by InBev now. I think Anheuser-Busch pretty much
Yes.
owns everything now, don't they?
They try.
It's 5% alcohol by volume. It was brewed in the late 70s at Burton. In 2000, Interbrew bought the Bass brand. Production was switched to the Ulster Brewery in Northern Ireland. In 2003, production and distribution was switched to Latrobe for a 12 to 18-month period, which after it was reverted to UK, well, now it's owned by Anheuser-Busch in America. So this
It's
will be
been passed around a lot.
this will be interesting to see if it's retained any of its flavors, because I actually had a Bass Pale Ale in Mildenhall, RAF, England. So we'll see if it's retained
Well,
its
let's-
flavors from 2005.
Let's see what it's got.
It smells skunky, which I remember kind of having that.
Yeah.
Not much of a head. We don't have a whole lot of lacing. Looks like a pretty thin beer. Kind of almost an amber color. It should be just a little bit lighter, in my opinion, for a pale ale.
For a pale ale, it should be.
It's almost an amber ale. It's pretty bad by itself, to be honest with you. It's nothing like it was in England.
Well, different times they change hands,
Yeah. And I
recipes.
It doesn't really taste like anything.
No, it doesn't have a whole lot of flavor. It tastes like pretty much anything else that would be made at Anheuser-Busch,
It's
St.
almost
Louis,
stagnant.
Missouri.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Budweiser.
Yeah. Honestly, it's not a pale ale. That's not a pale ale.
It is more of an amber, but there's not There's not a whole lot of
We can't even get the ladies in the audience.
there's just not a whole lot of extra flavor with it by itself.
Toss that other glass up here, Patrick. We'll go ahead and hit the stout. I don't have a lot to say about that myself. I don't know.
Other than take it away.
Yeah, it's actually pretty bad by itself.
I'll finish it here. I'm not going to let it go to waste. It's not that bad.
Actually, hand me that innocent gun behind you there. We can't pour a stout in a Pilsner glass. Come on, man. All right. Now, I am a stout connoisseur, so this is either going to be wonderful or I'm going to tell InBev,
This is my
Anheuser-Busch to go shove it in.
This is your first stout?
Yeah.
This is your first stout, really?
Mm-hmm. Never had Guinness.
This smells burnt. It's the first thing I get right off the bat. It almost smells like burnt barley.
Maybe roasted a little too long.
Maybe roasted a little too long. With the roast, you're supposed to get chocolate and coffee notes. I get burnt paper notes. It's adjuncty, almost rice-ish again. I don't know that you could put a rice in a stout, but I guess it could be done to cut down on the cost of making it.
Yeah.
The nose kind of grows, though, if you can get past that burnt smell. I want to
Black and chocolate
You want
malts.
to hit the nose?
Black and chocolate malts is what it says. So maybe
After the air's got to it, it kind of opened up, and the burnt's not there so bad anymore.
It's not bad. I've had worse, but not of
There
those.
had to be something to make the black and tan taste so good. It sure
Yeah.
wasn't the first one.
That's
Well,
not
that's-
a bad
that's the
stout,
blend.
guys.
Yeah.
It tastes like it smells, but then it tastes better.
Yeah, if you can get past that burnt smell, it's really, really good. Let's see what it says about the stout. Brewed at Anheuser-Busch Baldwinsville plant since 1889, distinctive caramel malts of Bass Pale Ale has been part of the heart of pub. Blah blah. Don't care. England's legendary Fuggle hops. Fuggle. Bass Stout
You
is
sure
sure
you
to
didn't type
please.
this?
I didn't type this at all. Nope. This is pulled straight off of the interwebs.
Oh, everything's on the internet. It's true.
Yep. Black and chocolate malts, just like you said.
It's kind of like a coffee, like burnt coffee underneath.
Bass is pleased to
Less left
offer
over.
Bass Stout in black and tan pub kit 6-packs.
Yes.
So it's 4.2 alcohol by volume, non-nitrogenated stout. So
and that's
that explains it pretty much right
Yeah.
there. I mean,
yeah,
honestly.
that's why.
Yeah. It's a good.
It's not bad.
barbecue in a glass.
It kind of is. It's yeah.
I'd eat that.
Liquid barbecue.
It's not bad.
I'd drink that. Yeah.
You're a dark
It's
beer
like
drinker,
drinking-
Amanda. Amanda gives it a thumbs up.
Drinking
Yeah.
liquid
Can I
stuff.
try you?
It tastes like liquid smoke.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
So I would have to say the pale ale, I would not buy by itself.
No.
The stout, I would definitely buy by
That's
itself.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, the stout's not bad. Not bad on, and I'm not a huge stout fan either, but this one's, it's not bad. And normally a stout is a little thicker than this one.
Yep, it does have a thin mouthfeel, but
Yeah,
it's-
it does.
Yeah,
But-
I was told that you have to chew your stouts.
Yes, yes, you'll see that later on this evening.
Yeah.
Anyway, did we rate the pale ale? We didn't give it a number rating, did we?
No, I think we went
No.
into this one.
Yeah, we skipped
we went
right
straight
into
to
We were
it.
like, nah.
The pale ale, I'm at a 4. I'm about the same. It's good, but I could drink it, but there's not any flavor there really to speak about. It's just kind of a blasé beer. It's carbonated nothingness. The stout, I'm going to go up to 7.5 on that, man. It's really a good stout for a mass-produced stout. You're not going to get imperial stout taste out of it, but it's pretty darn good.
For a mass-produced stout, it's
Yep.
not bad, but like I said, it's still a little thin. It's still a little thin for me for a stout. Each one of them, I'm still going to go just a little lower. I'm looking at on the ale, it's about a 3, and then the stout to me, I'm hitting a 6 on it.
Yeah.
It's not they're not super great, but together they're wonderful.
Well, a 6 for you from a stout. That's pretty darn good. I mean.
and it,
Alex?
3 on the pale ale for sure. But I actually really did like the stout. I'm a Guinness fan.
Oh,
Anyway.
yeah.
So I would go a solid 7. It was better than I expected.
Right. I agree. Dave.
The pale ale, I'll give it a 2. I wasn't a fan. It did make me spit up like something earlier, but that was fun. And this one,
Exactly.
I'd
give it an 8. I really enjoy that. I'm hoping to try some other stouts later because that's really interesting.
All right. Well, all in all, we can't really rate the Black and Tan because it's not a beer style in and of itself. It's a mixture.
Yeah.
If there was a beer style for the Black and Tan, I'm gonna give that mixture of the two right there a 9 because that was some of the best brew I've had go down my pie hole in a long time.
Yeah, together they're really, really good. They are. The Black and Tan mixture was really good together. I'm probably about 8.5 on it because it was just the blend of it was great. It wasn't. Neither one of them overpowered the other one.
Right.
So they really blended nice.
Alex?
Solid 8. I liked it.
Mm-hmm. Once again, 8, 9. Hoping for more later.
All right. Well, I'm Don.
I'm Jason.
I'm out.
Dave.
Dave. This has been Liquid Measures. If you don't like it,
It's not our
it's
fault.
not our fault.
I like beer 'cause it is good. I drink beer because I should. If there was a song to sing, I sing